On first down, Rodgers. A dump off to Lacey.
Okay,
I'll be good if I get
the 40, don't mark him down at the 39.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Lacey. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And a wide receiver to watch in this offense, certainly Jordy Nelson.
And most defenses watch him run past them. Jordy Nelson can run every route in the route tree.
Oh, he dropped it.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free.
Let's get right down to it.
3rd down. Partner, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an
Let's get right down to it.
defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to
What? Why did he run back?
Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And now it's 4th down. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. Here we go on 4th down with Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. 14 yards there on the pickup. And on 4th down, they're able to convert it with the sticks. I don't know if I agree with
His heart was beating.
I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
Rodgers now on 1st down. It gets it over the middle to Cobb. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz.
Did you ever play Ted Cox?
If he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had to read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target.
Did you ever play Ted Cox?
And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally, and then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Now a 1st down carry. It's
Why?
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
This quarter so long.
Huh?
My headphones put it so
play
long.
on this drive coming up.
Oh, perfect play.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down.
Ooh, I was just about to throw off.
This will be incomplete.
Not too many things
right,
get
this
to a
is a good
quarterback
play.
of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. And this is going to be incomplete.
I'll probably just go for the field goal.
Was the target, and that brings up 4th down. So now on 4th down, Rodgers will give way to Mason Crosby for the field goal try.
I don't understand like this field goal stuff. Yup, see. I need to practice more on field goals. That's the problem.
So empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, set this one off target.
Let me see something.
This is the first carry for Rob Kelly. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I've got a lot of plays.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. Cousins now on second down. Rush coming in. He's taken down. Kenny Clark in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for their offensive guys.
Third and long for Cousins. Oh, he's able to
out-muscle. He caught it. Oh.
It's a 15-yard pickup,
who are you using
but it'll lead to a fourth down. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team.
Who are you using?
They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
And who are you using?
I'm going for this.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Who are you using?
Packers.
The Packers?
Yeah.
On 4th down, they do snap it to Cousins.
He didn't make it.
Over the middle. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And as the Packers get set to come
I was about
back
to say, he didn't make it.
I was about to say. Question, you can take it offensively or defensively for Green Bay as they look to next year. Where do they need to focus, draft and otherwise?
I think I'll start on the offensive side of the ball, and I think running back is going to be a position they have to address. No matter what they decide to do with Eddie Lacy, decide what they're going to do with Ty Montgomery, but get more running backs into the mix. I think offensive line, you always want to fortify that position. But flip it over to the defensive side. Who's going to be the pass rusher besides Clay Matthews? Is Nick Perry still coming on? Do they have to draft someone else to help supplement Julius Peppers? In the secondary, they need corners that can cover. That's a big spot for them.
On second down, here's Rodgers. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
This is a big
so
rush.
Here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll run it now out of the gun. They juked him. 9 yards.
You see, man, I get stuck.
2nd and 1.
He caught it? No way.
And the guy that is carrying the ball behind
What?
him,
What are you looking at?
Can you see my plays? Like, not just can you see my plays?
Me?
Alright, I'll stop it.
Yeah.
Oh, no. I can only see mine.
Rodgers to throw on second down. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic.
I'll get my lineup
People
later.
want to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
Let's keep doing these solo games.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And Nelson's got it here right side. One thing's for sure, with Jordy Nelson, you can't
McCoy,
fault his
Texas.
toughness. And we saw
Richardson,
that on the
Alabama.
NFC Championship game with that rib injury he played through.
To be honest with you, I didn't think he was going to play in the game. When I hear 2 cracked ribs,
Do we play with our
I
ultimate
still
team?
see that as a recipe for a guy being able to play wide receiver in a championship game. And he came
What?
back in about
He
2
got
weeks'
butterfingers.
time.
He definitely got butterfingers.
Excellent toughness, incredible
I
toughness.
told you Green Bay
How about the production during the
Bay
game? He was a
Packers had
factor,
butterfingers.
especially early.
Yeah, scored a touchdown, 67
Nobody
yards
was
as well.
there. He must have got scared. He turned. He made a turn real quick.
And counting the defense here, the Redskins have 6 defensive backs out there. Deep drop. And he intercepted. Picked off by the veteran corner, D'Angelo Hall. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And here come the Redskins now. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah,
I think I used to do this play a lot.
Teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball. It's like a good novel, man.
Yeah,
Undrafted free agent to leading rusher for his team, the Rob Kelly story in 2016.
You're right. Matt Jones had 460. He led it by a wide margin, did Kelly. 704.
Oh my gosh, I juked it.
What do you see from
Oh my gosh, now I know how to juke. I know how to
I think that he
juke.
can be the lead runner for them because
I know how to
he does
juke
an
now.
excellent job in pass protection, a skill not many backs have.
And for Clinton Dix, he had 80 of those tackles this past season, 5 interceptions. Got him to a Pro Bowl in his hometown of Orlando.
How about that? That's going to be an incredible thrill for Clinton Dix to be able to come back to his hometown. He played at Dr. Phillips High in Orlando before going off to the University of Alabama and playing the Pro Bowl in front of all his friends and family. He's going to be a huge building block for Green Bay in 2017. Him in the safety position, not to get better at the corners, but of course Clay Matthews is still there too, terrorizing quarterbacks.
Very player with team. Yeah, I'm just getting stuff, which is good. My characters, maybe not.
First down, here's Cousins. Complete to the right, this is Garcon. They'll get 16 yards
First quarter over.
And that leads to a Washington first down.
0-0.
Back live, Charles
Dang,
Davis
it's
to my right,
0-0.
Gordon.
Yeah,
It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it first and 10.
This might get a touchdown. I don't know.
Yeah, you got to get a touchdown in the second round.
Yeah.
Now a play fake here on first down. No escaping this time as he'll go down. They get a sack. It'll be
Who has the ball now?
10. And it'll bring up second.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had
I got Kirk Cousins as my backup. That's my second.
On the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Quarterback. This is good. It's all right, not bad.
They come up in an offset eye. They'll hand it off to Kelly, and he is going to lose yardage here. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
There's another example.
Oh my God. That was a good play, bro. I was moving. Yo, Marshawn Lynch was like,
and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on third down.
that man was
Throwing his Cousins. Buying time to his left. And that is incomplete. He was looking to get that one to Chris Thompson, and that'll bring up a fourth down.
But no second guessing the call here. It was third and long, so throwing the football was...
I need to work on these long bombs. I'm about to work on them.
But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's really
bro, we have to do MOG tomorrow.
Will they make up for it?
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen.
I hope it happens tomorrow. It has to happen. That's happening on Saturday. Sunday. Yeah, good.
They'll set up the screen to Lacey.
We have a team. I'm going to yeah, but I'm not going to go to work tomorrow.
Gain of 14 there, and that leads to a Green Bay first.
Yeah, we should work.
I'm just going to call. I'm going to call early and just call in sick. Like, I don't think I can make it today. I mean, I don't think I will be making it today. This is Quentin Francis. Hitting with that shot.
Left, 2 to the right. Here's Rodgers to throw.
Don't make it become a habit. That's happened to me.
He's thrown one interception already, and that doesn't necessarily mean the rest of the game is going to go like that. But it does seem that he's a little bit off in his approach.
How do you? Wait, what would you do with your player in Madden? Is there like a story mode in there?
Taking care of the ball, making sure you get back within yourself. I mean, those mechanics that they work on all the time.
Because Chris Smoot be able to use his player.
Maybe tamp it down a little bit.
He's going to walk one deep left side.
What? There we go.
Oh my no.
It's a story mode in Madden, but it's called Connect the Franchise.
And when all else fails as
He scored.
But it's not like a story mode like
the
2K.
coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
And it looks like we've got a dive set here defensively. Oh,
come on. You could have caught that, man.
Jumping over.
Yeah.
Go ahead. You should have seen this, bro.
They do get 9 there on the dump off, but it's not enough. It's 4th down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a 1st down.
Broke the 1 tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. They missed a field goal earlier, so possibly as a result, that's why they're going to try to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And complete right side to Cook. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Redskins defense going to take over on the turnover on downs.
This would be a good play. He did turn the ball over.
Following the interception, Cousins. He gets this one to Garcon.
Touchdown.
And now off to the races
Down
the right side. Touchdown, Washington. Pierre Garcon, 63 yards. And the Redskins get the quick strike touchdown.
I don't get this.
What's the score?
Extra point, so 11 there, and this will stay a 6-point ball game.
Yeah.
Man, how'd you miss the kick?
Bro, I don't know, bro.
It's different right now, right?
Yeah, it's different, bro. I missed the analog stick.
Yeah, I missed the analog stick too. I thought that was bad.
Set to return. This is Jeff Janis.
Because all you had to do is to go like.
And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time this unit was out here,
I'm just doing my solo plays. I mean my solo stuff, so I can get more powerful. So I can get my plays more powerful.
They use the term complementary football.
I'm my overall more powerful. You get more contracts.
There we go.
Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked.
I knew I
Trent
saw
Murphy
him.
from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8.
Oh, yes. I love this.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers.
Oh, he knew what I was doing.
Caught by Adams. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He's going to walk one. And this will be caught at the 30.
T on the score. Go ahead.
But now it's 7 what?
It's 6-0. He has to make a field goal. Now I know he's going to miss it. I know he is.
And the Packers have drawn even here
with
the extra point to come.
Oh, damn.
And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple flag route, wasn't
it?
Flag.
You've got it down.
I just flagged too, bro. I just flagged too, bro.
It gave me another chance.
And I'd hear
I got another chance.
from the receivers. That meant
bro, I just flagged.
He has to make it.
Look out. That was the 9.
Bro, as soon as you guys said flag, I just said flag.
Go ahead.
I just flagged, bro. That's crazy. That's crazy. I was getting ready to move, and then you guys said flag, and then I flagged.
Here's Crosby to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. They'll keep it in the hands of Kelly.
Get that out of here.
Find
Yes.
some space up to about the 25. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. So following the run, we'll see what they do here on 3rd down. Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And able to find Garcon. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations.
Yeah.
Escaping this time as he'll go
Very
down.
good.
They got him for a sack.
As long as he's holding on to that football, fine. That's about beast mode.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to
Still beast mode.
Lambeau following these words.
Here we go.
They push Barbara all the way out again.
Cousins now on 2nd down. This one complete to Jordan Reed. For Jordan Reed, Charles, still waiting for him to play a full complement of games. You know, through 4 seasons, he hasn't completed a full NFL schedule, but he's right up there in the argument for best tight end in the league.
He certainly is, and I don't think he can get a bigger compliment than I'm hearing from my friends in the scouting community, who have all told me that those teams that are in the market for tight ends,
come on, get that, man.
They're all trying to find guys who have Jordan Reed characteristics, and I'm talking about route running,
Oh my goodness.
after the catch, the ability to
Just pass it. We're gonna pass it, man. We're gonna have to.
Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have
That's
done
the best way.
to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got to a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the...
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Why can't I juke him? I'm trying to stop. I can't juke him.
On first down, Rodgers. Caught left side by Cobb. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
It is hard in zone coverage to stop a curl route because when they see it, they just try and find the open spot and sit down.
Yeah, we always talk about finding the soft spot in the zone. What's the key to doing that? How do you do it?
You have to read what the coverage is. Is it 2 deep? Is it 3 deep?
False start.
You don't execute the play.
What spots on the field they naturally get to, and you find that open space, and then you're in sync with your quarterback. He should be reading the exact same thing, and they put the ball right on you.
And with that incompletion, partner, I get to ask you about New England being able to win the Super Bowl with so many unsung heroes. And this isn't new. They've got Tom Brady, but behind him, so many guys that aren't household names stepping up.
That is so true, and we hear all the time how they evaluate and how they develop players. And in this case, the unsung heroes, the number's 4. James White, who would have been the MVP with 14 catches out of the backfield and the game-winning touchdown run, he's a 4th-round draft pick. How about Trey Flowers at 2.5 sacks, a 4th-round draft pick? And last but not least, a guy that I thought played really well was Malcolm Mitchell, wide receiver, who was a 4th-round draft pick as well. So you're exactly right. Unsung heroes making big contributions for the Patriots.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll come out in the pistol. Rodgers now on first down. Backing up. Out to the flat for Lacey. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
That was an accident, but okay. See, I knew it.
And that is no good.
Oh, well, wait. Anyway, it's still
right where it is. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout.
How was that accident?
So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
What you planning on trying to do, huh?
I don't know.
First down throw for Cousins. Well, this is taken.
Oh, nah.
And he's going to get this all the way down.
Well, you only got time for one more play.
Whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon,
you better not make this. I saw everything.
What's the score now?
It's still 6-7.
Oh, yeah, you gotta make it out. You gotta make it.
And I don't think this has the carry.
He missed, yes.
No good.
What?
In the books.
Bruh.
You're watching the NFL.
It's halftime. At least I'm gonna bet up this field goal thing.
Yeah, I need to get better with field goals.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Did I do something? Right,
and this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
Yes, got to play a little bit more smarter
in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Hey, we got a second here, overlooked by the Super Bowl. Some of the awards given out. Matt Ryan, obviously, the MVP, but interesting to see Dak and Zeke finish 1-2 in Rookie of the Year, and you expected that.
Yeah, we expect that offensive.
Now the hit comes.
Yeah, touchdown.
I just fumbled.
Field, a breakaway, and he will bring this
this is gonna take. I gotta come back like the Patriots.
Yeah.
We know this
what quarter is it? What quarter is it?
We saw it right there. Well, really, we've seen it the whole game.
Yeah,
Why? Why does it keep doing this? God.
I gotta do something.
The defensive guys are outscoring their opposing offense.
Yeah, they're outscoring him indeed with that score alone. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Oh, my overall is 75. That's good.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Well, the drive starts with Rob Kelly. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. Mike Daniels makes the tackle.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. They'll go again with Kelly. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
So second down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on third. Cousins now.
New quarterback.
This is caught by Jackson. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. So he makes the grab, and the chains move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line, giving them time to complete that first down pass.
Cousins now to throw on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Second down, Cousins. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Third and long for Cousins. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And it's fourth down. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded at about the 28. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters, as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Hold on, give me a minute. I need to get my charger.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Lacey.
Oh, hell no. See, that's what I'm talking about.
And that's going to leave him
with score now.
Down at a yard.
13.
Third and 2, and they ran the ball for only 1 yard, and everybody's going to scream at the offense. But let's give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. Defensive front out, leverage the offensive line. They got more people to the football. Yeah, they won that.
Why are you low for Alex so much?
It's a big decision now by the guys.
I want him to what for you.
Why?
And you like the Patriots.
I'm not using the
move
Patriots.
for Mike McCarthy's going to be to keep the offense on the field here on fourth down. They're going for it. They'll go for it. It's Ron.
Damn!
Down he goes.
If I got the throw, I would have got first down. I was just getting ready to throw it.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time.
I want to come back to the Patriots. Let's go.
Get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. They'll pitch it to Kelly. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. They're losing here in the third quarter, maybe trying to get the ball outside, bust a big play. Obviously didn't work there.
Yeah, and while it didn't work, I really can't fault them for trying it. You and I talked to the offensive coordinator, and we knew that was the place they wanted to try and go. And sometimes you just have to stick with it because 2-yard gains turn into 20-yard gains as the game goes along.
So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Here's Cousins.
Oh,
interception.
It's intercepted.
Oh, my goodness.
And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory. but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily.
And pressure.
Let me go.
Got him once again. Chris Baker in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the
Don't
blitz,
act like you knew I was about to
blitz
throw
call
right there.
and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there. When you see zone
Very
defense
good,
and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Throwing now is Rodgers.
Yes, interception.
Come on. It's just going back and forth, guys.
At their own 48-yard line.
Nah, reset.
Washington
Reset
come
that.
onto the field.
This game keeps going back and forth.
We'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win.
I didn't know it was like that.
What they're hoping is that last...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Oh my gosh, that was almost an interception.
In there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big
I gotta
sack
get
that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
See, come on.
Cousins now on second down. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for third down.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide,
Yes,
who
we
can
need
not
like
only
a
get
run,
open,
a good
but
run.
when they're covered,
We can get like a
can
really
uncover
good run.
themselves downfield and create catches. And on 3rd and 3, they decided to go with a dime package.
Come on, can someone please get him?
Yeah, you're right. They got 6 out there.
Oh, they push you in. See,
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational
they pushed you in the
football
first down.
and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
On 1st and 10, Cousins.
Oh,
His throw's going to be incomplete.
yeah, they won.
He was looking for Jamison Crowder there, and that'll bring up second down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So
man, we need to make the bet up.
No, it's not. I was right there, too. 2-on-1, you think you're going to catch it like that? See, you flip the play, huh?
On second down, Cousins again. Caught left side, Garcon. And he gets it down to the 32. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Short of the sticks after that completion, and now it's 3rd down for this offense. They'll try to run for it with Kelly, and he'll get nothing out of that one. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
All right, Brandon, you know me as well as anyone. You know I don't usually advocate abandoning things during a game, but here we are in the second half. I think it's time to change things up. Let the running game go a little bit. Let's get to the passing game, and if you still want to get in the hands of the runner, maybe you swing it to him, throw it to him a little bit, try it that way.
Cousins to throw for it on 4th.
Oh,
yes. It's incomplete. Jay Gruden's guys unable to convert on 4th down. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception,
they need to play smart.
Any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any
They dropped it.
back out there and go, totally different. Just go ahead and be loose with the football again.
That was a perfectly
take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. One back is Lacey. Now Rodgers. Caught left side by Cobb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back now at Lambeau. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the 4th quarter. They go play action here on first down. Now look at this.
What? Oh my goodness! How? This game just.
The football and have it at the 36-yard line.
How? I don't replay that. It said able after the play ends, so apparently it wasn't open.
On. Well, what's the score now?
6-13.
You're winning?
No, he is.
They'll come out in the pistol.
Oh, good. Make a comeback on him, Alex.
Following the interception, Cousins. And now
yes, interception. Yes.
First round pick, Demarius Randall. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Yes.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. His throw caught right around the 6. They'll get 32 yards there. And the Packers are going to have a first and goal. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position.
And he's got it.
I ain't can't score again.
Packers touchdown. Jared Cook from 4 yards
Please
out.
make this.
And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good.
I got to score quick.
Yeah.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Now it's Chris Thompson on the return. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Interception.
He just scored another interception.
Picked off by Micah Hyde. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes.
And interception. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the veteran. Down the numbers.
You guys know how to get out of the zoom camera angle?
Bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Redskins touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays just as well.
Come back like the Patriots. Let's go.
Free safety's dream. Follow the football,
I just scored.
Go to it, and take it the other way.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And following
how do you change the camera angles?
Decent field position. And
like the arrows. I don't know what they're called.
Your guy is, listen, just take care of the football.
The D-pad.
Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws.
Let me go, God.
To let him get settled back.
The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. On second down, here's Rodgers. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. Now, hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That will be their 3rd and final stoppage as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining.
Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
Maybe some all right throw.
I'm ranking for 7. My overall grade, 76.
What? Oh my! See,
Yes.
See, me running back was just worse. Made it worse. See that? Why couldn't they just let me fall? Just let me fall.
Swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm.
Let me fall, and I would have been in the first down.
Ran to the football and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
The Packers go for it. Rodgers. And no,
yes.
It's incomplete.
Oh, damn.
The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Redskins will take control of the football in great field position. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time.
Yes, touchdown. I'm coming back to the Patriots. Let's go. I just came back. I need to make this field goal. Like, I have to.
His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Redskins are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Damn.
Yes.
And we
It's
are
2020 now.
here in the fourth
I just came back like the Patriots.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down
caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Now Rodgers throwing on second down. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. When we see another great performance like this out of Aaron Rodgers, you have to chuckle thinking that his only FBS offer was a walk-on at Illinois.
And now he's the pride of Butte Junior College, of course at Cal. And I remember watching him play at Cal, and he would run 7-on-7 drills. Angry if the ball ever hit the ground, and he didn't do it very often.
Here's Rodgers to throw.
Yes. Thank you, I threw it.
Comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers.
What?
And this time he's got the hook
good throw,
up.
good throw. He underscored.
Touchdown, Packers. Their big-bodied receiver.
Please make this
yards. And the
do not
Packers have
stop.
moved out in front.
I think if you pulled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out.
Every point in there has to count.
That is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust.
I don't know if I want to do this.
Is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
I can play, you play 7 games, and then you play 4 games, and you play 1, and then you're in the Super Bowl.
Really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
So out now come the Redskins. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. Like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
And quickly they get to the line.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give him some
I knew you was going
to cut to the outside.
Do that, but I didn't have anybody close enough to stop you. So I was like,
that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
Cousins now to throw on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense. Because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary. And I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Oh, come on, guys.
And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate.
Here we go now. Check.
They have Odell Beckham.
Watch him now, Barney. No. Check. Patriots, go.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the fourth quarter, and they got a big one.
Yeah, such a close game, a very big one. Jordan Reed was the intended target, and it's third down.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got a key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
So a second down incompletion now brings up third down. On third down, Cousins. And that will be incomplete as well. And that was incomplete, but I don't know how much of that falls on the quarterback. He was pressured.
Brandon, the rush showed up so fast, the quarterback had no chance to get the ball downfield.
One score
I
down.
just watching
Here
the
we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Here we go now. 3-19. Detroit.
Desperation time. Cousins on fourth down. Out to the left here to Reed. He'll wind up getting 11 on that. And the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a first and goal. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Cousins again.
Oh, Curtis said, don't take it now so I can watch it tomorrow.
The pressure is affecting him today. Normally, he knows exactly when to get rid of the football. But today, because he's been hit a few times, he's getting rid of it a little bit too quickly.
Second down now after the incompletion. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They'll throw again. Cousins. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Yes!
That's game over.
You got the ball back. Yes.
His guys will get the football back. The Packers offense now ready to get back onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the
Dang, that was a good game.
No, you got 3 minutes. Don't say anything.
You scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now.
Look at this.
What?
Interception.
Oh my this game, I don't know. You saw that. I don't know how he caught it. How did he catch that?
At the 28-yard line.
How did he catch that? That's what I'm trying to figure out, man.
I have to.
Dang, you caught it? Oh my God.
Yes.
I don't know how. But you know.
Emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice.
What?
I just came back like the Patriots.
Washington.
So
Josh Doxson,
every point counts. Let's go.
Yards. And the Redskins are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
No.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
And we are right here in the
yeah, I'm watching.
How you watching? Game share?
No, from Tion's broadcast.
In this wild fourth quarter. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field.
Come on, guys.
Wait, how do you guys take these? I forgot how to do it. How do you guys take these?
And hauled in here by Richard Rodgers.
How do you guys take
that
moves?
One good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. And on
there's a
that
play
last
that you
play
take.
there,
There's a play that says take a knee.
400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Yeah.
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. Hitting the home stretch here in a great game, a tie game. Let's see if the defense can get the stop they need to get the ball back. On first down, Rodgers.
Well, I thought that was an interception. I was about to say.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. Second down and 4. One back is Lacy.
Yeah, I might go to overtime.
Yeah.
Rodgers to throw once more. Over the middle, that's
That's an entire team.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. There altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
I'm just happy that wasn't an interception. That's why I just don't want an interception.
Football anymore. I gotta get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football because if it's popped up in the air,
oh my God, that could have been an interception, bro.
And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Now Rodgers.
Oh, he caught it.
How? One-handed grab there. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah,
that one-handed catch.
That was great, and they're fun.
What?
They're becoming a little more ho-hum right there.
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys.
He had to pick aggressive.
They really worked hard on this one-handed catch thing. But I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
And Cook has it left side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
If I get this, then I won.
A new set of downs.
Yeah, pretty much.
Past 200, 300, 400 yards. Now
oh,
he's over 450
no.
yards passing on the day.
Yeah, he got it. Oh, yeah, he got it, yeah. Time's about to run out, too.
Intercepted. A great read and
he got it.
I caught an interception.
It's probably going to overtime, maybe.
Yeah, I know it's going to go to overtime. I told you that already.
They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that. But they
I'm
have all
angry
the play
now.
sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. And the former 4th-round pick in 2012 continuing to prove some of those doubters wrong that he used to have.
Now you just got to hold it. All you got to do is just hold it now.
Because remember, Robert Griffin
I don't want to hold it. I don't want
they
to
made the big move up to take him in the first round. And people wonder, why would you take a second
Oh, he
rookie
didn't go
quarterback?
overtime for that.
Well, it's because he's smart, he studies hard, he prepares, he's ready to play. And now he's commanding the respect of his team and playing at a really high level.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
I know what this play is.
Cousins. Dotson with a grab over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on.
And no escaping
Yeah,
this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Oh, yeah.
That was the play. Spike the ball.
In there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Yes, I'm receiving.
Okay, so in the past,
No, why
we had
don't you say kick?
First team to score wins, but no longer.
Why would you want to kick?
If the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
It's a good game.
This will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Look at Washington as they come onto the field. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know in overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it?
He's not getting mad, bro.
Now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can
it's the first, right? It's the first one to make the first touchdown, right?
Yeah.
It's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Now Kelly on the taunt. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
There's so many times during camp and practice that you get bored as a player doing regular drills. But how about that shed and skate drill right there by the linebacker? You do it each and every day. Get the blocker away and get into the backfield and make a big-time tackle. That's what we just saw.
A long way to go for the offense here on third down. The first throw in overtime now for Cousins. And this is caught by Jackson. Deshaun
Game
Jackson
over.
Off to the races.
Yeah, I see it.
Touchdown.
In for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, game over.
Well, you never know what you're going to expect when you come to the stadium to call a game. Sometimes you get good ones, sometimes you get
How
bad
did he
ones.
cheat
Sometimes
it?
you get
How
great
did he
ones, and
cheat
that's
it?
what we had here. What an exciting finish.
Because most of the interceptions he got shouldn't have been interceptions.
When you're talking about a great finish,
I saw every single one of them.
That obviously was dramatic because we did get into overtime. What type of play calls do you have left? What have you not shown?
Over
What
ones
have you
he
made
got
an adjustment to what you
shouldn't have
worked
been
out all the
caught.
way through? It's going to give you the play we saw to win the game.
Yeah, that was a really
Everyone's
good
thinking
game.
That was something they just drew up. It might have been something they've been working on, and now they got the right matchup.
That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as
Alex
well.
had 360.
We'll talk to you next time.
Alex got
So long,
360.
everybody.
Yeah, that's a good game to record.
View highlights. No replay available.
Y'all want to do a 2v1?
I mean, we go.
No, I have to get off.
Alright.
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 I'm gonna play. I'm Call of Duty.
Okay.